Welcome to Murder the Internet with John.
And Rich, that's me.
And today, we're going to save some souls. We're going to save some lives, Brother Rich.
We're going to save souls and lives. Some people will get their souls saved.
Some people
get their lives saved, but we're not going to do both at one person.
We can't be everywhere. We can't do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wish you would stop asking us to do that.
We've discovered this thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. We just found out about it today. It's called religion. Religion.
Yeah, like it was religion. Religion was great.
R-E-E.
When you do it twice, then you get religion.
R-E-E-L. Yeah, religion.
Yep.
And I did some studying of this while I was on the toilet. I found out there's all kinds of religions.
Name one.
God, you put me on the spot here, but
okay.
Let me look. Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers?
No, wait, that's a baseball card.
Oh, no.
Christianity, that's one.
Christianity. Now, this is the celebration of
Hannity.
Sean Hannity?
You just can't say Chris Hannity without Christianity.
Oh, it's like if Sean Hannity and
had a son named
Chris Christie fucked each other more and had a butt baby, as I believe they believe gay people are trying to do. I think I heard Sean Hannity say that one time. So they had a butt baby, and the butt baby is named Christianity.
I don't remember reading about that part.
No, I didn't read about it. I saw it.
Oh, cool. Well, Christianity basically is the belief that there's this guy called God. Okay, see, let me ask you a question, okay? Before the world existed, what was there?
Oh, there was, like, dinosaurs.
There's dinosaurs floating in space, is what you're saying. Space dinosaurs. That makes no sense.
No, I mean, like, there were dinosaurs on the Earth.
I said before the Earth existed.
You said before the world.
Okay, the world is the Earth.
Well, the world as I know it started existing on December 1st, 1981.
The world is an oyster. The world is an oyster.
Okay, so
say that oyster's gone.
Oyster.
Where are your space dinosaurs?
So the dinosaurs are in space?
Is that what you believe?
That's what happened before the Earth.
You have dumb ideas.
Okay.
Okay, so then what was there before the dinosaurs in space? What was there before space existed? Let me posit that question to you.
I guess, like, God probably had just a bunch of shit laying around.
Where?
That needed to go to Goodwill or...
Yeah, but where do you put it if there's no space?
Maybe you condense it into a singularity.
Still takes up space.
One tiny little...
That's still space.
Tiny little...
Here's what happened, okay? There used to be absolutely nothing except for one thing. His name was God. He's like, you know what? There should be something else. Because he got tired of being the only thing. So it's like, I'm going to make space. And so he made space. And then
What?
He has powers.
Wait, space is nothing, though. How did he make nothing?
This is the preparation for his grand plan, okay? I'm not saying this is the end all. I'm saying the first thing they do, it's like when you make a cake. You mix flour, but you don't fucking eat the flour.
I do.
You do, well, okay.
The way I eat a cake, and maybe you eat it differently, is I take all of the ingredients, and I just eat them one by one.
And then shake them up in your stomach.
Right, I jump up and down.
And then you get in the oven at 450 for...
then I
it's a painful cake.
Crawl into an oven.
Life is a cake
and just wait for my stomach to turn into a cake.
Okay, so God makes all this space.
Yeah, where were we? God.
Yeah, right. We're getting there. Okay, so you got all this space, and it's like, okay, this is cool. Now I have room to put my shit. And he goes, well, what am I going to put there? And then he's go, okay, well, I'll put a dinosaur out there. He put a dinosaur there. It died instantly. He's like, okay, well, this shit fucking sucks. Dinosaurs need oxygen to live, but where do I get oxygen from? Because I haven't created it yet.
So God just made all this stuff just so dinosaurs?
Well, the first thing that you put to fill up space is a dinosaur.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, that just goes without saying. Yeah.
So you know how big things are.
Yeah, and plus dinosaurs are like the original test animal. You know, they used to do cosmetic tests with dyes and everything, but that's how the dinosaurs actually died.
Oh, everybody's like, it was an asteroid or...
No, it was Revlon.
Dinosaur HIV or whatever. Nope.
Revlon. Lipstick and eyeliner killed the dinosaurs. Yep. And then, so anyways, he was like, okay, well, I got to get oxygen. What can I use to make oxygen? And then he had plants, and so he made some plants. They float out and died in space. And so he eventually just said, fuck it. And he just threw out this big old gob of rock and mud and shit, and grass started growing there.
What?
And soon dinosaurs appeared to eat the grass and the mud and the rock.
See, I've read the Bible.
The what?
The Bible.
Oh.
God's autobiography.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that one.
what the Bible
Okay,
is,
I gotcha.
So I've read that, and in it, by the way, he comes off like it's a real behind the music type of thing, because like at the beginning, he's a real dick and like just a total jerk, and then halfway through, he just kind of goes away, and it's all about his son. But I've read it, and no dinosaurs.
Really?
So you're saying dinosaurs exist? Where are they in the Bible?
Not everything is in the Bible. I mean, the Bible doesn't contain every single thing.
Yes, it does.
No, just the highlights.
Yes, it does. So what?
No.
Bible is not his autobiography. It's like his Facebook page. You're saying the
you a
Bible
question.
is God's Facebook page.
Let me ask you a question. Did Jesus shit?
Jeez.
He had to have shit. He's the son of God.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't.
I'll make this even easier. Did his apostles shit? Just regular human beings?
Yes.
Okay. Was that in the Bible? Checkmate. So, because Jesus...
No, because that's why Jesus could walk on water, is he didn't shit anytime. So
forgetting Jesus and talking about the apostles.
Because have you ever seen shit? It floats. So he was floating because he was just so full of shit. And so he was walking out to the apostles on the boat, who also, they didn't know they could walk on water. They were full of shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know that people started pooping back then.
Something very interesting. I ate a pie last night. Had blueberries in it. I took a shit, and the blueberries were buoyant as hell.
Really?
Yeah, just I just saw the blueberries just floating around there. Yeah. It was kind of fun. They look like little tiny beach balls. I wanted to get little tiny disgusting creatures to play with my shit blueberries. Yeah. It'd be fun.
I do that with corn sometimes. I've never done
blueberries. It's a lot better to shit blueberries in the corn.
I will try that.
It's really fun.
Anyway, so back to
God shitting.
We were talking about shit. Yeah. So we're talking. You got us all distracted with shit. So God. Okay. So you're saying God pooped.
Yes, the earth.
So that's how the universe started.
Well, God decided that he was just bored without anything. He didn't have anything to do all day. Wait, there probably wasn't even days.
Yeah. He was like a shut-in with the windows drawn.
But what was he shut into?
Himself.
So God created himself.
How long do you think God was there just doing nothing? And then he was like, I guess I'll do something.
It had to have been pretty quickly, because I don't know how long I could hold off just being nowhere.
just existing.
But look at it. At that time, they didn't have Game Boys. They didn't have professional wrestling. They didn't have fire, which is cool.
It's the fucking best.
Fire is awesome.
Yeah.
You had nothing to drink. Drinks weren't invented.
No, wait, you're right. Yeah.
You didn't even have flashlight.
Well, he said that let there be light.
That's when he invented the flashlight.
Oh, so that's the next step. So anyway, so nothing. God's just sitting there. Nothing's happening.
God's sitting in nowhere, looking at nothing.
I'm bored. And then boom,
there's shit.
Okay.
And at first it started off with little tiny shit, like lobsters was one of the first things. But they were all creepy looking lobsters, because this was the Centrobolopic period of time.
Yeah. Very scientific.
And the creatures there were all known as gastronysus pods. And that means that they have 43,000 legs.
Gastronysus stands for 43, yes.
Are segmented and very scary. And
I've seen the movie Human Gastronysus Pod, and it's really long.
But it's a true fact. They actually evolved to become what is known today as the common house dog.
What?
Yeah.
So God,
it's all part of his plan.
Invented our dogs and evolution. See, because I hear people saying evolution and God not the same thing.
No. It's okay. See, like God invented the boulder, but man took the boulder and broke it out into smaller rocks to stone women. But yeah, that's what Christianity believes in. And then God sent his son to earth for the sole purpose of being killed. Now, that may sound kind of questionable, because I personally would not send my children to go somewhere where they will be murdered.
Oh, I would.
You'll send my children?
Yeah, your kids any day.
Oh,
and
okay.
my kids. I mean, to be fair, I'd send my kids.
Okay, well,
like to a war.
As soon as Schlitterbahn opens up.
Oh, shit. Rich. Inappropriate even for this podcast.
Yeah, don't lose your head about that show.
Oh, God damn it. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So, anyways, what are we talking about?
I think you skipped ahead way too much. We need to go back. So, God sent his kid to Earth to get killed.
To get killed.
Let's go back. There was a bunch of stuff that happened before that. I mean, like, who was this, the Lincoln guy?
Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, that guy. Did he, have to cut off his kid's dick?
Abe Lincoln.
No, he had to cut off his own dick and then
build a tree from it.
Because
he doesn't tell a lie, and his wife would say, "Why are you cutting off your dick to build a tree from it?"
And he's like, "I need a log cabin to be born in."
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So
makes sense.
Honest Abe.
And I need teeth for my mouth. I'll make them out of wood from my dick.
And strangely enough, he lost his teeth from eating wood.
What?
He would go out and he would just gnaw on wood like a bee, like that, and his teeth would get all broken. He'd get splinters. And he goes, "There's got to be an easier way." And then he looked at some wood and he goes, "That just might do the trick."
And that was the world's first infomercial. It was Abraham Lincoln looking at a camera because he had wooden penis teeth.
Yeah.
Going, "There's got to be an easier way."
And the funny thing is, his wooden teeth, they weren't done well. I mean, you could see like shavings falling off. If he drinks something hot, they'd start scalding his gums and everything like that. They were actually attached to his gums with roofing nails. It wasn't a very good job.
No, he was a shitty architect.
He didn't sell any.
It's too bad he didn't know Jesus, because Jesus apparently was a decent carpenter.
Yeah.
I guess he probably wasn't. When you think about it.
Well, how many
if he was a good enough carpenter, he wouldn't be going around going, hey, you know what? I'm going to start telling people how to live their life. No carpenter who's amazing at his job, that goes, you know what? I'm going to give up carpentry to go tell people I'm the son of God. What they're doing is wrong. Even if you are the son of God.
2 points. He's a carpenter. He got nailed to the cross with his own tools.
His own tools. It's true.
That's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
You ever think when Jesus was up on the cross, he was looking down and like, this is just some shitty workmanship. This is terrible.
I should have been in the clothing industry. They would have put shirts around my arms. Yeah, but the second point here is that Jesus was a great carpenter, but have you seen any houses Jesus have built? If he was a good carpenter, those houses would stay to this very day and age. No.
And I have looked on Google Maps at Jerusalem several times.
I've typed in, where is Jesus' house into Google.
Yeah.
My computer wasn't on, so I don't know what the results were. But I would admit, or I would assume that they wouldn't be that helpful.
So Jesus and Abraham Lincoln, both in the Bible.
Well, but they're in different parts. Abraham Lincoln, Old Testament.
Right, obviously
Jesus,
way before.
New Testament.
Both terrible carpenters, is what we've decided.
Abraham Lincoln was known as the mouth carpenter.
So he could just work on your mouth. He should have just been a dentist.
He could have been a lumberjack, too.
Yeah, that's true. But if he wasn't good at making things out of wood, except for things for your mouth, I'm just saying.
The thing is, it was a hard sell at the time. Because most people would just say, well, I like my current set of teeth. He's like, well, how would you like to cross-grade to wooden teeth? And they're like, I probably wouldn't like it. And he goes, I'll be honest with you, it'll only hurt a lot for a very long time, and it will cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
But just think of it. The benefits of having wooden teeth are...
You don't have to brush your teeth anymore.
Think of it like mildew.
Mildew?
Yeah, wood rot.
Oh, I just scrub them like real quick, you know.
But wood absorbs water. So like if you're drinking Tang or Yoo-Hoo, you're gonna have a breath that smells like rotten Tang and Yoo-Hoo.
Well, you got teeth in your mouth. I don't think you really give a shit what your breath smells like.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
Plus, you can get the teeth replaced at any time.
Yeah, but then they have sick new roofing nails into your mouth.
Is there a benefit to wooden teeth?
Oh, God. These are the questions the Bible does not answer.
Right.
There was no benefit to wooden teeth. Fuck you, Abraham Lincoln.
All right, so other characters in the Bible. Obviously, there was the guy up on the hill with the burning bush.
Moses.
Moses. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had the burning bush.
And the bush told him, don't look back at that city full of sinners or else your wife will turn into salt.
Right. And then he was like, hey, I could use some salt. Bitch, look at that. Right behind you. And she did.
Yeah, he said, hey, am I being followed? Can you check? Is the city following me? And then she goes, I'll turn around and look. Oh, no, I'm salt, is what she said. Those were her final words.
She could still talk. She was like the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, no, I'm salt.
Oh, I'm salt. Oh, help me.
And then he remembered that's what would happen.
But then he had salt. I mean, salt was hard to come by in the old times, so that's not really that bad of a deal.
He walked backwards and then to the left and then just picked up his wife in salt form.
Okay.
Put some of them into blocks for the deer, to give him a treat.
At what point did he get the burning bush?
The bush caught on fire from the city. Oh. It was like a wildfire, and the burning bush talked to him to give him the secret directions to the land of Jericho.
Did you ever think that Vagisil should have done a commercial where they're like, if you have a burning bush, like have Moses like up on there, like, the first commandment is use Vagisil, and like if you've got a burning bush, Vagisil.
Yeah,
that would have been a good commercial.
Bush's baked pubes. Yes, that would be good. And if
why haven't they done that?
If it was endorsed by God, like at the end, it's like, I'm God and I approve.
Right, you have to get that now.
Yeah, because you don't want to go against the word of God.
That's blasphemy.
Exactly.
All right, so Moses had the burning bush with the tablets.
And there's a boat. There's a boat. Somebody drove a boat with animals on it.
I forgot about the boat.
Not a speedboat. Not one of those cocaine cartel boats.
Nope.
Not a rowboat. But Noah's boat.
Noah's boat.
An ark. Ark is what it was.
Is it an arch?
No, it's an ark.
Ark, okay.
Ark means big boat in English.
I always thought it was an arch, like the St. Louis Arch, and it was just like I thought that was stupid. Like I guess if you build it tall enough, you could climb up to the top of it, and then the flood wouldn't bother you. But you're not going anywhere.
Going off my civil engineering course I took in college, I do not believe that the St. Louis Arch would be buoyant enough for safe water travel.
So that's why I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. Okay. I agree with
that. So anyway, so he had an ark, and then he had a bunch of animals on it. Name every animal Noah had on that ark.
What's that thing that is a cat? A cat.
A cat?
That's one.
Oh, I got one. I got one. Dogs.
Yeah, that would go.
Okay.
Clam. A clam.
A clam? The best animal, really. I mean, he had to bring mosquitoes and shit, too.
Bugs.
I mean, that's what they don't tell you. It's like one of every animal, and you always see in the illustrations that it's the elephants and the giraffes and the big-ass fucking animals that would be easy to find. But he also had to find every single little animal. You think it's like some kind of, like a quest mission
bugs.
in like a...
Yeah.
It's like the world's first quest mission, and it's terrible because you keep thinking you beat it, and they're like, nope, you missed like every goddamn animal out there.
Hey, I need 2 ticks. Yeah. Why don't you go find some of them?
Okay, these are 2 ticks, but these are 2 male ticks, motherfucker.
Yep.
God damn it, Moses.
I just want to sail this boat out of here. Fuck you, God. And then so he put everything on there, everything which is composed of 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 clams, mosquitoes, and ticks.
Right.
Because that's all there was.
That's all the animals. And everything just evolved.
Yeah, everything evolved basically
like
from
we are
ticks.
technically ticks.
I'm more clam, actually. I got my DNA test results back. I'm
really?
Like 93% clam.
How neat.
4% cat, and then tick.
See, I'm part Irish, part tick.
Oh, which part?
The left arm, Irish, right arm, tick.
Left arm, Irish, right arm, tick. Yeah. Left arm, okay. Yeah, so then anyways, they were on the boat because they wanted to see the world as God flooded it and killed all the other sinner animals. And then they landed in Greener Pastures. It was called Greener Pastures as a retirement home.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
convenient. Because Noah was old as shit, you know?
Had to. He was old as shit when he started building the ark.
Yeah. And he didn't have anybody help him. I mean, you want to talk about a master carpenter, Jesus ranks way down there.
Yeah, like let's just rank all the carpenters in the Bible.
Okay,
so first of all,
Abraham Lincoln.
0
on the bottom.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Then right above him is Jesus.
Put a fucking tree in your mouth, Abe.
Right, because Jesus could at least have built the cross that he was on, because he was looking at the cross going like, this thing sucks. I could have made a much better cross.
Yeah.
And then we got Noah, obviously, at the top. Then we got Karen Carpenter.
Yes.
Right.
John Carpenter.
And John Carpenter's thing.
Prince of Darkness.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. Because they made that, in Prince of Darkness, they constructed that bottle to keep the essence of the devil in, but it got out. So I think he might be a little bit lower there. I think those are the only carpenters
in the Bible.
In the Bible.
That's it. So Noah's the number 1, right above Karen and John.
So then he parked his boat, in boat parking. He put down the little walkway and he said, "Hey, here's your new place. Go do your thing." And the dogs and the cats ran out, the clams ran out, the ticks ran out, the mosquitoes ran out. It was a paradise on earth.
Why didn't the mosquitoes fly out? They didn't have wings yet?
It was a long trip.
Okay, they were tired.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's easier for mosquitoes to walk than fly.
Not everything in the Bible is supposed to be taken literally.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Sometimes there's just analogies, which is English for words and stories that we make up.
So the mosquitoes is an analogy for what?
Mosquitoes is an analogy for wasps.
Oh. Okay.
Now do you understand?
Yep, got it. So Moses lets all these fucking guys out at a retirement home. And they get out and they're like, "Hey,
we're here.
We're here.
Start the party.
Grandma.
Grandma's tired.
Elephants, get your shoes on.
Yeah. And
centipedes, get all of your shoes on.
And that's how the first carnival was born.
That's it.
Come see Noah's Ark.
Okay. Interact
with a tick. It's great.
All right.
So that's Christianity right there.
That's all of it.
No, but the old guy he got some rules. He was on a mountain. He's like, "God, tell me more about your religion, possibly in the form of giant rocks that you chisel them in, or you could give me a letter if that's easier." Oh, whatever.
But heavy, stupid rocks. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I want the heaviest thing.
Don't do it on paper because that doesn't break if I drop it.
Yeah, don't just fucking tell it to me in my ear.
Yeah, and by the way, how many things is it? 10? Yeah, there's no way I could remember 10 things.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it is? God and the 10 Commandments with Moses, that's like when your wife tells you you're going to the grocery store, and she's all like, "Hey, could you get me some Kool-Aid, and could you get me some culottes, and just go to the K aisle and get lots of stuff."
Special K.
And she just, Special K, and kindergarten pencils, and just all those things. And you're like, "Okay, I got it. And she's like, "You know what? I'm just going to write this down." You're like, "Fuck you. I can remember all of those things." So that's probably, I don't know if Moses said that to God, but he should have. But like,
Moses was
God,
old.
You think I'm not going to remember this?
He was old. He could have been adult.
So he needed these things written down.
It couldn't hurt. I mean, the thing that he was writing them on could have been lighter. Could have been cardboard. But then he'd be walking around with the cardboard, signing people who think he's homeless. They'd be throwing money at him.
It's true.
But yeah, so what were the 10 Commandments? Because I forgot one.
Oh, God. They're
okay,
all of them.
The first commandment was...
There are 10 commandments.
Yes, the first one said,
always
we got 9 more coming. Yeah. Hold your horses.
The first one is always group things in groups of 10. Yeah.
I.e. commandments.
Yeah, it's easy for people to remember and totally not not an arbitrary way. I didn't think about that before, that it's just God forcing an easy grouping for people to remember. Not that these things are actually that important.
The original listicle.
All right, so the Ten Commandments. First one, that there's many
10
more
commandments.
commandments coming.
Get in a comfy seat because you got 9 more on the way.
All right, second commandment.
Second commandment is thou must read the first commandment.
Thou must read the first commandment.
That's just to make sure that you're actually reading.
Yeah.
So the third commandment is...
Third commandment is who touched my stuff?
Yeah. That's a good one. The fourth one is always pass on the left.
It's a lot of people
don't remember
Don't pass on the right
No,
because people can't see you as well.
Yeah, especially the truckers.
Unless you're in England, which is a blasphemous country because they drive on the wrong side of the road, despite the fact that it says don't pass on the left as the fourth commandment in the Bible.
Yeah, well, they don't have the Bible yet. I mean, it hasn't reached them. No, they still believe in Britishy things
like King Arthur,
Doctor Who.
Oh God! All right, so fifth commandment is if you're gonna blow your nose, use a napkin.
What?
Yeah.
As opposed to a Kleenex.
God didn't want you to be nice and comfortable. And those Kleenex with the lotion in it that gets your hands all greasy. No, you need something that's going to make your nose feel dry.
I'm not accepting that.
Well, I'm sorry, it's a fifth commandment, heretic.
What about the dandy fops who have a snot rag?
And then that counts as a napkin. Do you ever use it?
That's not a napkin.
It is a napkin so long as you use it to wipe food off your mouth at some point.
Okay, so you have to you're wiping your nose with food and snot.
Yes.
And so you got snot, then you wipe your mouth.
Well, eventually the snot forms into boogers, and like 5-year-olds think of boogers as food. So I'd say,
How many calories does boogers
have? It depends on if there's any hair in them.
Because I'm interested in being pro-Anna, and I want to know how much weight I can lose just by eating boogers.
Well, I want to be pro-Mia, so I want to know how much you can
By
eat.
Ridley Scott, Prometheus.
I can eat the boogers and then throw them back up. Oh. So long as I do it within an hour.
Commandment number 4 is if you eat boogers, throw them back up.
I thought commandment number 4 is always pass on the left.
Well, 4 is nature's 5, so this is the original 4.
We're actually on 6.
Okay, cool.
All right, so 7 is...
tap that ass.
Tap that ass. Number 8 is read a book at some point in your life.
What kind of book?
Any book. Any book. Doesn't matter. Little Legend That Could or War and Peace. Doesn't matter so long as it is a book.
What if you're blind?
A book of matches.
What if you're blind?
Oh, Braille. Why do you think the fucking commandments were chiseled into stone?
You're not reading, though.
God was very pro-blind people because he made them. So he's like, okay, so people can run their hands over this if they're blind.
So if God made blind people, what benefits do they have? What was his justification here?
What was his justification for blind people?
Hey, people can see. That's cool. How about I make people who can't see?
Yeah.
So what motivated him to do that?
So that the people can see feel better about themselves. They're like, oh, at least I'm not as bad as that guy.
Oh, well, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then number 9 is...
see, the problem here is I went to Catholic school.
Jesuit
school.
And that's stops at 8.
Yeah, they don't really teach you much there. I did pee in a trophy cup. I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
I did smoke weed, but one of the things I did not do
was read the 9th commandment.
Read the 9 commandments, yeah.
And that is the 9th commandment. All those things you just said?
Oh.
Yeah.
It works out for me
Go to
then.
Catholic school, piss in a cup, a trophy cup.
Yeah.
Smoke
Crawl
weed,
out a window.
and forget what this one is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm holier than I thought.
Number 10 is go back to number 1 and start over, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's just an infinite loop.
You know, I really wish that the 10 Commandments had been a choose your own adventure thing.
I wish pretty much everything would be choose your own adventure.
You got to the 3rd commandment is like, do you choose to go to the 7th commandment or the 8th commandment?
But then you'd have to be flipping these giant stones.
Yeah, that's only 2 stones. It's not that hard.
The thing that I hate about choose your own adventure books is when they would give the options of what you want to do, and the thing that you really wanted to do was not on there. So then you have to like settle for something that's like, well, this is kind of what I was going for. And then you go to the page and it's the bad ending. It's just like, well, if I could have done what I wanted to do, I would have not gotten the bad ending.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Do you hear about the guy that was driving around the South, driving into 10 Commandment monuments?
No.
Yeah. That's just it. That was just the thing. It's like his form of vigilantism.
Oh.
Is he was driving around in a car and driving into 10 Commandment monuments and then recording himself on Facebook Live, like yelling at the president.
Well, I guess it's good to have hobbies.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the other religions.
Okay,
have you heard of any? I know that you're not as scholarly as I am.
Well, yeah, there's a major one that, as soon as I think of Christianity, I think of this one, and it is Zoroastrianism.
What? I don't know what that is.
It's a good one.
What?
They believe in Zorro.
Zorro?
Zorro, the fucking sword fighter from back in the day. And
okay.
They cut a bunch of Z's into their shirts. And one of the things about Zoroastrianism that I really appreciate is the fact that they don't in any way encourage carpentry. It's all about sword fighting.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, unlike that other religion, it's all about carpentry. Of course, there's Mormons.
Oh, yeah, Mormons are great.
Yeah.
Mormons, I think if there's any one religion, I'd say the one that's founded by a guy who was in a jail and shot his way out. And
when you describe it that way, it actually does sound like a motherfucking cool religion.
yeah, I mean, they shot cops. They broke them out of jail.
Murdered children.
No, I don't know about that.
Yep.
They might have just beaten them a lot.
Oh, right. Not their own children. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were pretty vicious sometimes.
Yeah, and with Mormons, I mean, you've got so much flexibility because they know what a man needs, if you catch my drift.
He needs
They need the magic. Yeah, more mon.
Yeah. Which is, it started in Jamaica.
Yeah. Just like, hey, that weed, can I have more, mon? Mm-hmm. And then there's like, thank you for the weed. And then Mormonism began.
It would just...
After Joseph Smith broke out of jail and put on the magic goggles, and he found a plate in the Indian reserves that said everything about Mormonism on there. It's like the plate, he could only read it with the magic glasses. It said, hey, Joe, doing a bang-up job. I need you to do something else for me. Might be a little bit hard, but I need you to found a new religion based off me, God. And also I have some more books from the Bible that I buried.
Did God also write the song Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix? Because it really seemed like the same lyrics there.
If there's one thing I know, it's that God can do anything, so I can't rule that out.
Yeah. So, hey, Joe, I heard you shot your woman down. And also, hey, Joe, go start a religion.
And also, God speaks through all of us. So, in a way, he did.
Yeah. So, any of you that might be offended by what we're doing right now, just remember that you're offended by fucking God.
God is speaking through us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time somebody sends me, I'm doing the air quotes here, flame troll email saying you're not funny. Well, you know who you're actually saying is not funny?
God.
Yeah. That guy up there in the sky looking down on you every time you masturbate. That's right. The G-Man, the original OG. God.
OG God.
Can't spell OG without God.
All right, so back to Mormonism. Mm-hmm. So then...
Magic underpants.
They ended up in Utah for some reason eventually.
Because
that's as far as they could go. Like they heard that California was nice and there was like, an ocean and beaches, but they're like, let's stay here.
Because all that stuff is illegal in Mormonism. You can't go in water.
It's true.
Sand is illegal.
Okay.
Suntan lotion is illegal. California is illegal.
California is illegal.
And in Utah, they took advantage of the various splendors that Utah has to offer, such as land.
True.
You can walk on it without falling through the land.
Usually.
Yeah. There's oxygen.
Yeah. Do you think like they wandered through the desert and then they got to Utah, to Salt Lake City, and like, oh, thank God, we found some water. Mm-hmm. Let's drink some of this water. You would think that would be a clue that maybe you should keep going when the water is filled with salt that you can't drink.
They probably just thought it had a refreshing new flavor.
They're like, well, maybe this is the ocean. I've heard the ocean is filled with salt. Maybe that's why they stopped. They thought, well, this is where we are.
Oh, one of those enclosed oceans.
That's what they thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say if you get up to a lake, you don't know how big it is.
Exactly, unless if it's a small
They're
lake.
Like, fucking when Columbus came over, he thought he was in Japan or something.
Who?
Columbus. Chris Columbus. The guy who directed the Harry Potter movies.
The musician that just died?
He also wrote Gremlins.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. He wrote Gremlins.
Oh, what a guy. I like the second one where the female gremlin showed her boobies.
He did not write that one, I think.
Fuck him then. Then there's Scientology, which I believe is just a heck of a religion.
Now, Scientology always confuses me because I always think it has something to do with science.
It is.
Okay,
it's the science of your mind.
Oh, okay.
It's called mind science.
So explain the mind science to me.
I'm going to try to simplify this as much as possible since you're not a Scientologist like I am. You have absolutely no reading or intellectual comprehension whatsoever. So maybe I can just draw pictures of like a bunny or something like that, and you will say the word bunny for me, and we'll go that way or something. But Scientology was invented by this wonderful dreamboat of a man called L. Ron Hubbard. Perhaps you've heard his name.
His actual name is Lauren Hubbard, wasn't it?
L. Ron Hubbard.
Right,
was
Lauren Hubbard.
Okay, and Scientology was invented when him and another... See, he used to write science fiction books like Watch Out for the Robots, because the robots are coming here. That was one of them.
Great title. Great book.
Watch Out for the Aliens. The aliens are already here.
Yeah. Hey, let's look at that volcano over there.
Well, that was after. This is just when he was writing science fiction. Ahead. Oh no, giant bugs, what do we do? And I woke up and I looked like a cockroach. That was actually, he actually got sued for plagiarism on that one.
Yeah, that was actually Kafka.
But then he was talking to this other author, and he's like, if I want to make money, then we should start a religion. And L. Ron Hubbard said, fuck that, I'm just going to start a cult, so it'll be easier. And so he did that, and then he bought a boat, and he called it Sea Orgy, so he could get women on there and impregnate them, because this was before he became all old and addled with his wrinkly-ass dick.
So his dick still worked?
At that point, yes. Because he was in the prime of his life at that time.
So he could just pump out as many thetan sperm as he needed to.
Don't misuse the terms yet. We haven't gotten to thetans yet, okay?
Okay.
Or sperm, yeah. And so he'd get these hot broads, you know, and he'd put pirate hats on them. Not like pirate hats, but like naval seagoing hats on them. And it just turned him on. Quote from L. Ron Hubbard, "Nothing quite like seeing a woman slave wearing an admiral's hat on the seas of L. Ron Hubbard's boat."
He was known to be pithy.
He was pithy.
Very quick, very witty. Yeah.
And he would do things like say jokes, and if the women didn't laugh, he would trap them in the bulkhead for the remainder of the trip. That was just his own little thing, you know.
It's a cute game that, I mean, I play that with my wife. Well, with my current wife.
Yeah. And so he decided, he's like, okay, well, now that I've got people having sex nonstop on my boat, maybe I can make, you know, the cult out of this. And so he started receiving signals from one of those undisclosed locations, you know, that's just usually number channels. But it came to him as like, oh, shit, this is all right. This is the good stuff. And he just starts writing and writing and writing. And before you know it, he had written 49,000 books in 2 days.
Holy shit. Now, the thing is, Rich, I know we've had a lot of fun with this podcast today with the religion thing, saying Abraham Lincoln was in the Bible and all. The stuff you're saying here it's just too ridiculous to believe it really happened.
Yeah, but you know what they say? Stranger truth is fiction's wooden tooth.
Nature's, yes.
So then he did all that, and he thought, well, you know, money. What are my opinions on money? I like it. Yeah, I like it. And he goes, so I'll sell the books. And then he sell the books, and then he, you know, if you buy the first book it starts off like at $30. It just says, what is Scientology? Scientology is about your mind and achieving the best performance and blah, blah, blah. It's 1 page long, and that's it. And the second page is L. Ron Hubbard dressed as the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yeah. And then says, if you want to learn more, buy the second book. And so naturally, you're hooked on the book so far. So get the second book, which is twice the price.
That's how they get you.
And it keeps going and going and going. Then when you get to the final book, which is level 499,000, it's just 1 page. You open up, it says, there's fucking aliens in you. Lol.
And that's it?
That's it.
So what do you do about the aliens?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. L. Ron Hubbard believes that a long time ago, a bunch of people, spacemen, were in a volcano. And then a meteor fell in the volcano and exploded.
Right.
And the spacemen turned into space ghosts, not the character.
The TV show.
No, not the cartoon character. No.
I love that show on Cartoon Network.
You will not love the space ghosts, though. They're a lot worse. So they flew over to our planet using directions and skills that we can only begin to comprehend. And they're inside of us right now. They're called Thanes. I'm level OT9. I'm looking at you right now. I'm guesstimating here. You have at least 409 Thetans.
Now keep in mind...
408. You just moved your
Keep in mind, my torso is riddled with tumors. So,
well, yeah. I'm just basing this mostly off your collarbone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's the sexiest part of me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got 408.
408
You got to work on that. Oh.
The Thetans are all collarbones?
No, that's just where they're concentrate.
Okay,
yeah.
That's why collarbones are so sexy.
The collarbones is the gateway to your soul. You can learn a lot about a person about the collarbones.
Okay.
For example, they have a collarbone.
That's one of the things you can learn. How many of them Thetans they've been eating? How about that?
Eating Thetan?
Eating Thetans.
Why isn't there a chain restaurant called Eatin' Thetan?
Why isn't there, right there in Clearwater, Florida, where Scientology is headquartered, there should be one.
Yeah.
Right outside called the Eatin' Thetans.
I like that.
That's what I want.
Okay.
So there's Scientology, and it's great, and he solves all the world's problems, and everybody who believes in it is totally happy.
And they have a device.
It doesn't cost you nearly as much money as other religions.
No, it's very cheap. Scientology is cheapest.
Comparatively.
Yeah, and you can leave anytime you want. That's the great thing.
Yeah.
You're just like, I don't believe that there's alien lobsters inside me. I think I might leave and not give them any more money.
Really?
And then the director will come by and say, oh, that's too bad that we weren't for you. Okay, well, have a fun ride home as we monitor your every event throughout the rest of your life and blackmail you.
They all say it like that, in that tone, which somebody is fine with you doing something. If they're like, oh, really? Is that what you... I'm not mad. No, it's fine. It's fine. You can leave.
A little disappointed, maybe. But I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Then what other religions are there?
There's atheism, which obviously is a religion.
Oh, God.
Don't get us started on that.
Yeah, please don't.
I mean, because it's a belief system. Therefore, it must be a religion. Because you're missing the key component of religion. Books. There's no books on atheism. But they've got the
annoyance part down very good.
Really good.
I'm an atheist. Deal with it.
Ooh.
I'm a Wiccan. Deal with it.
You did, well, there's a religion right
Yeah,
there.
Wiccans. I know everything about Wiccans.
All
Saw the Blair Witch Project. Most
How many
of it.
times?
Once. Most of it.
I saw it 2.5 times, but I only saw it 10 minutes at a time.
I actually saw the second Blair Witch Project produced.
Wow,
by
The Book
MTV.
of Shadows. It was good.
Really
Really good. Solid.
It was a movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so you learned about Wiccanism
Yeah.
from the Blair Witch, who you watched in the movie.
Okay, so
and then interviewed.
And in the first movie, okay, this is what the Blair Witch does, okay? I hope everybody's listening right now because this is going to save your ass one day, okay?
Everybody. And I mean, if you're listening to this podcast by yourself, you need to go, hey, everybody. Hey, come down here.
Yeah.
Listen to this. It's important.
Yes. Okay. Well, maybe we should just wait a few seconds for everybody to
let's
get
do that.
around, okay?
All
So
right.
let's just make sure everybody's coming down to listen to the next part because it's very popular.
Very important.
It's, popular and important.
So
Give
my
it a few more
gallstones
seconds.
have been acting up again.
No.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that?
I just keep punching myself in the stomach. Yeah.
I wish I had gallstones.
They're pretty cool.
Can I have yours when you...
Yeah. You want them?
I just want to tape them to me.
Just on the outside,
On the
of course.
outside,
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
super
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
you think
I
we
mean,
got
they're
enough
kind of
time?
inflamed, so they're huge. So you can,
That's
But
cool.
You can keep them as trophies. You can show them off to people and be like, "Hey, look at my gallstones." You can say these are mine. And
Do you think this has been in long enough?
Didn't you need to tell people something?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, we should just end it here.
All right. So, okay. Everybody's around now?
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, I
no, I
think
think
so.
we should just end the show.
Okay.